Hello everybody. I'd like to share something really unique that I found out about a traditional bow as far as setting up a fixed craw. And as everybody knows that shoots a traditional bow that does not have adjustable tillered limbs like an ILF or some kind of other modern recurve, they have tiller bolts like compounds do. But the old-fashioned bows are just one-piece bows. Don't have anything like that. So you have to deal with that tiller issue when you're changing stuff on the string where you're going to draw from. So with all that in mind, I did some studying about how the pressure on the riser is centered right where they cut out the deepest spot. In most cases, where your hand goes, there's a deep spot in the handle. Some bows, like hill style bows, you just have to know your bow, I suppose. I don't have one of those. I've made some bows that are similar to that, but this one has a real deep cutout. It's a medium grip. It's a little finicky the way it works, but I've mastered it where I can stop the torque just by relaxing my hand, and it's a real nice grip on this bow. It's a Mesa, Old Mountain Mesa, 64-inch longbow. You can see I've got a El Cheapo bow square set up on there, and I'll tell you what I got this nocking point set for. In light of the tiller issues, I wanted to set up a fixed cross, so to get my arrow up closer to my eye to bring that angle where I don't have such a large gap when I'm under 20, because that's what this bow is going to be doing. It's not going to be doing anything past that as a deer hunting bow. So I wanted something that zeroed out or point on at 20 yards. Not 25, I wanted it at 18, 20 yards. So that I really can put that arrow on the deer and not worry about holding under or holding over or anything. Just restrict myself to the range that this bow is capable of doing damage on the deer. It's about 39 pounds at my draw length, which is sufficient with the arrow I got. My hunting set is going to be about a 486 grain arrow. May have definitely be a fixed blade broadhead. I'm not sure which one yet, but try to get me something with a 1-to-3 ratio. But if I can't do that, it's going to be something freaking razor sharp, and it'll be fine. I know. Anyhow, what I did in addition to putting this nocking point higher where the arrow goes. Let me grab one of my arrows right here and put that on there instead of this thing. So you will see, maybe when I come up real close, you'll be able to see the various nocking points that I have tied. Okay. Where that arrow, the top of that arrow is at, is 3/4 of an inch above square, as it sets on there with the bow square. But this nocking point didn't change. I had to put it over here to put one underneath there, but this is still the original nocking point where it would have been down there about a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/8 above square. So I'm still pulling that bow in the same place I would with a 300 setup as I was before. That's something else I'd done that really helped that point on. When I draw back, I was doing like cheekbone here, my fingers be up about middle, but I don't do this number out here. I pull them back here to get a little more draw. I come back behind my chin there, my jawbone. I get a little more draw. And matter of fact, now this was about 27 or 27 and a half, but I was using a compound prior, and I knew I could do a 29-inch draw back here if I pull them back underneath my ear where I was pulling my mechanical release back there. I would pull it back there, and it had a 29-inch bow, and it was set up where you couldn't change the draw length. It was a 29-inch bow, and that's where it had to draw to bottom out that compound. So I've got this bow now drawing to a 29-inch draw by doing that, and as I came back, my jaw, it came up, which brought the arrow up. When I'm at full draw, I'm going to try to demonstrate to you where that arrow feather, that cock feather, will be about right there, maybe on the top of my nose. When I do that, previously it was way down here close to my mouth, so you can tell what that's going to do to bring in that point on distance closer. So if you're struggling with too much draw weight, you may not be able to do that. If you're already maxing your bow draw weight and your ability. But this is a light bow. This is supposed to be a 35-pound draw, but it actually measures 37 at 20 inches. And by pulling it on back there another inch and a so, you're gonna gain a little bit, and my scale won't go above that to pull that to check it. But I figure it's 2 to 2.5 pounds over that 30. So I figure about 39 or 39.5. It might even be stacking a little bit. I don't feel that, but if it is, it could be even more, because some bows will gain quicker after you go past that 28-inch draw that the factory, setting is described as. So I hope this little setup here and the way that this keeps the bow balanced by not changing where you're holding the string, but you can still get a closer point on, and you can use basically a fixed crawl, but you're really not changing your crawl. You're not really crawling. You're actually raising the knocking point some. But to better that even more, remember what I said about raising that draw up your cheekbone, like your thumb or whatever. You find your anchor point just a little bit higher. It doesn't have to be all that much further, but you might gain a little bit on the draw length right there. The only trouble I have a little bit is maybe because my nose is a little big out there on the end. I got a Jimmy Durante nose kind of, but sometimes get a little string slap right there, but it's not bad. I don't have anything bad on my string. It just kind of, I can feel it. It could be bad if I had a bad spot there, but it has drastically changed my aiming and accuracy by putting that point up there closely. Like I said, hunting under 20 and under, that's where my bow is going to do its damage. So I hope this really helps y'all. I have another video before this one posted where I was sitting and I done the same shooting with this setup from a sitting position. Had a director's view on that one and put 3 arrows right in the kill from 15 yards. And my point on has changed the world for me for shooting accuracy at 20 and under. I don't have a problem. There's no 24-inch, 18-inch gap. The shorter the arrow is, if you don't already know, that brings that point down a lot lower to in reference to where your sight, where your eye is, where you're looking. And I like to focus more on the target than I do the arrow. But if you get both of them up there kind of close to where they're together, oh my God, it will change your shooting and it will increase your accuracy. If you've thought about doing a fixed crawl, think about what your bow does as far as tuning, and you can get away with raising this up for your knocking point to accommodate a little bit more of a closer point on, and then do that cheekbone draw up. Just pull your draw up a little bit higher up your jawbone, or it's kind of like a combination of like a face walk, but I've actually got a solid point there in my cheekbone. And when I put that feather right there on top of my nose, I know I'm there. Choo! And it's right under my eye. I can't miss. Y'all have a great day. Hope this helps y'all.